What if I told you that the law of attraction, the law of action, the law of vibration was all up to you? What if I told you that prayer, meditation, concentration was all up to you? What if I told you that everything resonated from your heart where your spirit dwells? Would you believe me? Would you believe that you're a spiritual being in a body having an experience, and this is your avatar, this is your mode of transportation? For some of you, your subconscious mind runs 95% of everything you do. This is science. Your Christ-like consciousness is at the tip of the back of where your spine meets to the top of your head. It's called Christo. Your pineal gland is world to other worlds. Your crown of thorns is on the top of your head. Kind of interesting how all that was in your Bible. You wonder why religion is, think of it more as a code. And Buddhism and Christianity is very similar, but so is Hinduism to some extent. The point is, you start to learn this truth, but here's how it works. It's an energy void. So you have a negative and a positive spectrum. When you go to the negative side, it's like you have very little ability to send things out. It's all negative. Whatever you send to the cosmos, your creator, God, Allah, whatever you want to call it, Buddha, it doesn't go by names, it goes by energy. When you understand this, you start to understand your life. Now, the beautiful thing about your subconscious, it can't see. So it has to take on the rational side of the mind. The rational side of the mind only runs about 5% of everything. Probably your organs and other things like that, kind of like on autopilot. So when you feel like you're driving down the road and you don't know how you got there simply because of basically what you did was your rational mind took over while your subconscious took a break, or whatever the case is. Now, your subconscious overrides everything. It has no sense of humor. So if you tell it that there's a fire, it's looking for that fire. It's preparing for that fire. This is why movies, TV, and even some music is going to be unhelpful for you. Some of you will always wonder why nothing happens great for you. Look at where your energy goes. Where your energy flows is where you want to go. The most successful people in the world learn this very early. They learn that their attention is very important. These are billionaires and millionaires. But abundance is also in your health. Some of you will sit there and eat Twinkies and other things and think you're going to be good. All you're going to do is eat way too much food that's very bad for you, that's not even food. When you start eating real food and get away from nonsense, your body's going to start to repair itself. In 3 days of fasting, you can actually reset your body. This doctors do not tell you. Mineral deficiency over almost everything because we're being put full of sugar. Get away from sugar as much as you can. Learn to limit yourself to it at very little at a time. Sometimes you may need to detox. That means eat later and later until your body starts to understand that this ain't food and I got to get rid of it. This is waste. Now, personal growth and development is very simple. You get up in the morning earlier than the average person. Why? Now you can start to think. Now you can start to do things that you need to do. You exercise at least 3 times a week, not because somebody told you to, but because it's going to help you to be the better version of yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, health-wise, and emotionally. Now, when you understand the law of attraction, law of vibration, prayer, meditation, and concentration, and everything works within you, then you're not looking outside of you for nonsense. You're starting to understand that you do everything. People say, well, I'll beat you. What are you beating? You're not going to beat me. I've been doing this for 40 years. I asked 2 questions when my father died at 9 years old. Why am I here and why is this happening to me? 40 years later, I'm getting my answers. I'm 54, if you wonder my age. So don't say you're going to beat me. There's no beating me. It's just to make you the best version of you while you're here. I went through more hell than you can ever possibly imagine. I had a wife that was a drug alcohol addict. So I went through that for 5 years. In the end, She went into a coma and never woke up. Her last words from me was, "I love you," twice. So don't ever think that you're going to just come out there and wonder what I did. That's the price that I paid to give you this information. Most of you wouldn't have made it through it. Not because you can't, but because it was so much. For 7 years, I felt nothing. My heart shattered after my wife and daughter died, all in December. I want you to hear this and understand this. This is who I am. My father died at 9, so who raised me? Somebody said it was God. Some people other came into my life and left my life. I had to find a father figure. And people that because I didn't have a father. My brother, he was just always worried about himself and what he could do in the big party. Sound familiar? Now he's paying dearly for it because now he's older and the party's over. But for some of you, you're trying to get rich instead of trying to get wealthy. Wealthy and rich are two different things. You may hit the lottery, but if you don't know how to keep that money, you'll lose every last dime of it. So you learn about systems. Learn to save 10 to 20%. Learn to save more than you give. Always make value of yourself. So study skills. And I'll just have to continue this because this is getting kind of long. As always, love yourself, for you truly are well loved. Thank you and goodbye.